Shalom, 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 shalom. This is your boy, Knight of Israel, coming at you with episode 4 of The End of Religion as We Know It. Alright, this is the truth about Christianity. And, I'm just going to be going into a lot of deep things. This time I went real deep. I went so deep, I found myself with really nothing else left to learn, man. I went to like the end of the wall of knowledge to get to this video. I was always wondering why it was taking so long to even do this series. It was a real tough call to do this series, but I love challenges, and I feel that for the most part I've actually met the challenge, and I've succeeded in my job in breaking down religion and breaking down the 4 major religions of the earth and giving you history lessons, proving that you're an Israelite in all manner, shapes and forms and facets, and just getting involved in all of the matters concerning Israel. Now I'm hitting you with a honey bun, hitting you more and more with this real deep truth, this real talk. Okay, the truth about Christianity is going to be so high on the level of learning that I'm not even going to need episode 1, 2, and 3 on the internet anymore. I'm going to just take those down, because episode 4 is going to cover all of that. Episode 4 is going to be the truth about a final breakdown of the book of Genesis. It's going to be a final breakdown on scriptures concerning the end of the world. Well, I'm sorry. It's going to be just an overview of scriptures concerning the end of the world, because we're at the end of the world now. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is coming back to kill everybody, so you should at least know why you're going to die. It's going to be a final breakdown on it's going to be I'm going to go over the end of the world and various scriptures concerning the end of the world. Okay, I'm going to the education system is nothing but indoctrination. You've been told 100% lies. Okay, what you've learned in school is completely and totally irrelevant to reality. The political system, history books, even math. Or I'm joking, but I'm sure that somehow, some way, they even lied about math. Everything that you've ever been told is one big joke. It's one big lie. And our women are on poles, and our men are on a corner standing around, dazed and bewildered, don't know what he's doing, don't know what the fuck to do next. This is, my calm demeanor is basically, it's the hot summer of 2012, and I've been thinking about this now for so long. I'm just gonna just sit calmly and just sit calmly and just get you this information and get you this real talk and tear this motherfucker up. Now let me break down for you what this video is going to be. This is going to be a straight lecture. I don't know how long it's going to be. It might not be that long, or it might be super long. Who knows? I might put up a Hip Hop Is Dead music video in it. I might put up a Hip Hop Is Dead music video concerning hip hop and concerning the black man rule in Europe. And let me just say this, man. Hip hop music is officially dead. All right? There's no rap music at all. Where's the rap music? I don't even listen to the radio. I used to go on the internet and listen to like the latest songs and jam out when I didn't really have nothing else better to do. I don't even do that. I don't give a shit about any sort and form of new music. The music industry is only 2 record labels, YMCMB and Rock Nation, filled with average artists. Kanye West, man, he ain't all that. Let's be honest with ourselves. He's a good producer, but he ain't all that. Rihanna, she ain't got no talent. Beyonce ain't got no talent. I'd rather listen to YMCMB. And I barely could stand them. Talking about Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne ain't nothing. Lil Wayne is annoying. Nicki Minaj is annoying. And Nicki Minaj has talent, but she just raps all funny and stupid and crazy. Dressing up in all them colors, man. Media Takeout article comparing her to Miss Potato Head. She's so damn bright and colorful and crazy looking. The whole world has gone insane, man. The whole world has gone completely and totally insane. What is on the television now? Nothing. Nothing. I tell you what I watch. I watch Basketball Wives because I like looking at them fine-ass women beat the hell out of each other. That's what I enjoy. Okay? A lot of these shows that are on television are pointless and stupid. And every movie is an alien invasion. Everything. The Avengers is an alien invasion. All these movies is alien invasion. This is the end of the fucking world, man. This thing is a wrap. It's over. It's fucking over. Doesn't even matter if it happens this year, next year. It don't even matter if it happens 40 years from now. But it's pretty much done. And there ain't going to be no 40 years from now. There ain't going to be no 10 years from now. We're not going to see the end of this decade, man. I'm just telling you that right now, man. We are not getting out of the 2020s with these dark nations getting nuclear weapons. Africa's economy is going to surpass the United States. It's going to be, they're projecting Africa to become another China in like 2 or 3 decades. Are you kidding me? All these world wars was really ipso facto about Africa any damn way. Bombing these Arabs was really keeping them from joining up with the Africans. Bombing these Hispanics was basically keeping these Hispanics from coming together, joining up with another dark another dark conglomerate nations of the world. So all these things that are happening, man, is happening so quick and so fast. On one of these magical Freemasonic or Illuminati days, they're just going to pull the trigger and do what the fuck they got to do. To give you some real deep knowledge, my spirit was always dealing with the deep knowledge and the esoterics nature of things. You know, I like to teach, but I don't like to teach the one-on-one regular stuff. I like to back up a lot of the things that the prophets in the streets was saying, and them prophets is out in them streets. You know what I'm saying? Like to really just go into a whole lot of things that they was talking about. And I went into the end of religion as we know it. And that was just such a tall order. You know, some of it was wrong. You know, most of it was right. You know, I'm gonna tell you some of the stuff that was wrong. You know, I wasn't really clear on the Great Migration of the 3rd century and the 5th Crusade and I'm not really sure if I broke down the Book of Genesis correctly, but that's why we're here at episode 4, to get it right. The biblical timeline was off by about 1,000 years. The Great Flood was not 2500 BC. It was 33, the middle of the 34th century BC. The Great Flood was over 5,000 years ago. Nimrod never lived at the same time as Abraham. Just a few inks and dinks and corrections that I had to make. But now that we are at the end of religion as we know it, we're going to get the real story, the final truth, because I've had a whole entire year to backtrack, retrack, detrack, whatever track this information and deal with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So here's what the truth about Christianity is going to be. Basically, bottom line, you're going to get the Book of Genesis, breaking down the whole chapter 1, which is very important. Okay, that's the most complicated, the most difficult, and the most important chapter in the whole Bible. Genesis chapter 1. Good. We're going to break down Genesis chapter 1. And that's probably going to be a final breakdown. Just break that down. Then I'm going to blow through 2, 3, 4, dabble in 6, skip over the other ones, and get to 10 and 11. Nimrod became mighty before the Lord. After that, I'm basically just going to go in. I'm going into the history of the Freemasons, which goes back to the Venetians, which goes back to the Rosicrucians, which goes back to the satanic cult of the Vatican in the 11th century. Okay, there was no set date that created Freemasonry. Freemasonry, in whatever shape and form, has really always been here. That's the big secret about Freemasonry. There's always been Freemasons running around. There's always been people worshiping the devil in one way, shape, or another. And the Bible talks about that. How people were worshiping Beelzebub, putting their children on the fire of Molech 3,000 years ago. They was doing it in Egypt. Nimrod started this human sacrifice himself. That's why Shem had to chop his ass up and send his ass all over the world for an example. But Cracker Khazar, Edomite Freemasonry, basically started with the Tuscans. I'm just dancing with you a little bit because we're going to get into the official stuff during the series. But it started with the Tuscans, which were the remnant of the pagan white Romans who went up into Germany, came back down from Germany as Aryan Christians. The white man calls himself the Aryan race because those Aryan Germans came back into Italy, and they were Lombards, and they took over Italy. Italy wasn't really nothing in comparison to the Holy Roman Empire, and the Holy Roman Empire took it over. All right. And they were ruling Italy during a time where the Byzantine Empire didn't give a shit about Western Europe, because Western Europe was a mess. People were into paganism. People were into all kinds of different bullshit. So, these Tuscans were destroyed by the Black Frankish Empire, but they were still able to keep some sort of rulership in Tuscany. They eventually retook the Roman Catholic Church, which was never really a church. The Roman Catholic Church was created in the 8th century. It's younger than Islam. Okay. They retook over the Roman Catholic Church, and, there was a spiritual struggle between Satan and God in the Roman Catholic Church for a few centuries, exiling every pope that they had in the 9th, 10th, and 11th century, until finally in the 11th century, the Roman Catholic Church was just a cult of Satan. And the cult of Satan eventually became the Rosicrucians. When the white man actually took over Europe, it became the Rosicrucians and the New World Agenda to take over the world. Okay? There was an agenda to take over the world and overthrow all the monarchs of Europe going back into the 14 and 1500s. It wasn't just about Columbus just running into America. And I'm gonna get real deep into Columbus. He's the greatest identity thief of all time. But I'm gonna leave that alone for now. So anyway, I'm gonna get deep into the history of Freemasonry, of the Illuminati. I'm going to break down the book of Genesis 1, 2, 3, 4, dabble in 6, skip over the others, and go right to 10 and 11. And then after that, I'm going to get into just various scriptures dealing with the end of the world. So, without further ado, let's just hop to it. The bottom line is this: the black man ruled Europe for a fucking 1,000 years. He ruled Spain. He ruled England. He ruled France. He ruled Germany. He ruled in Greece, the Byzantine Empire. Ruled in Russia. Ruled in Eastern Europe, Bulgaria, Serbia. It wasn't just Spain that he took over. We had all of Europe for 1,000 years. So if you don't believe me when I'm breaking down the book of Genesis,